Welcome to JHT, and we are back with yet another controller video. This time it's the brand new special edition Xbox controller and the third release in their Cipher collection. This is the Pulse Cipher controller. If you're like us here on JHT and you grew up in the 90s when translucent tech was all the rage, then the Pulse Cipher controller will probably trigger some nostalgia emotion deep down inside you. So yes, we are so pleased that Xbox are continuing with releasing their modern controllers with this awesome looking clear case, and specifically this awesome looking translucent red. And it's exactly what you'd expect from a modern Xbox controller, with its high build quality, ergonomic design, and its wireless and Bluetooth capabilities to be able to use it with your Xbox console and other devices. So even if you don't have an Xbox, then this controller could still work for you, as it also works fantastically on PC, Mac, mobile phones, tablets, or even any other device that can use Xbox Cloud Gaming, which is included with the Game Pass Ultimate subscription. For instance, I've got this controller linked to my MacBook Pro via Bluetooth, and I can play anything I want on Game Pass. Okay, back to the beginning. When we receive the Pulse Cipher controller, we are greeted with this really nice looking box with some great detailed images of the controller. The way the box nicely hinges open and you get to see your brand new special edition controller neatly presented to you at an angle with no plastic or extra packaging really makes a positive impact. Unlike the next thing that I'm going to say, and I can already tell that some of you aren't going to be happy when I say that this controller comes with two AA batteries. Yes, this controller, which was released in 2025, still doesn't have an internal battery or even come with rechargeable batteries. Yes, we can pop in the included AA batteries, which gives the controller around 40 hours of use, or we can add our own rechargeable battery pack, which is something that I do. Anyway, back to the positives, and let's take a closer look so we can really start to appreciate the uniqueness of this translucent red design. This clear red case allows us to visually dive into the controller and see the circuitry and inner workings of the controller, which is a real treat. And if you've not seen any of the previous Cipher controllers before, then you've probably never seen what's inside. So having this translucent case gives us so much more to look at, and personally, it's far more interesting than just a plain coloured controller. When we click the bumper buttons and even move the analog sticks around, we get to see it all working internally, which is really great to see. And one thing that I think is so awesome is the fact that we can even see the vibration motors spinning around inside. Even when the controller isn't being used, we still have that visual treat of all of the variety of metallic parts, all tinted red by that translucent case. And the overall controller design captures all of those colours and tones from within, and makes everything else on the controller feel really nice and consistent. For instance, the circular D-pad is this super shiny metallic red, matching the same metallic colours from within, and it all sort of shines and catches the light really nicely when we're moving it around. And this metallic red also matches the triggers on the back. But you will notice that the bumper buttons are a dark, almost brownish red or a maroon colour, and both the bumpers and triggers share a textured grip. And the entire back section is also that same maroon brownish dark red colour, and this section is where we can insert our AA batteries or our rechargeable battery pack. And here we have the USB-C port to charge your controller or have a wired connection. And this is the sync button to easily connect it to different devices. On the bottom we also have a 3.5mm headphone jack and also the expansion port. And thankfully the back of the grips are slightly different as they're split in half. One side having this nice bright solid red rubber grip where our fingers sit, and the other side is this clear plastic. And both have this nice textured grip, and to be honest, when you're holding the controller, this feels seamless and you really can't tell any difference or change in the materials, which is really nice. And I'm so pleased they chose to continue the clear plastic from the front and wrap it around the sides, rather than having the red rubberized grip come around the sides of the controller, as I really don't think that that would have looked as good as this. But don't get me wrong, I do think that I would have preferred a completely clear plastic case all the way around the controller. The analog sticks on the front follow the back's colour scheme, with this bright red base and the dark red rubberized top, which also has a texture grip around it. That colour scheme continues with the other buttons too, which are also a dark red colour but have a nice bright red accent colour, including the dedicated share button in the centre. The Xbox logo in the center is slightly different though, as they've actually chose black as the background color. But as soon as we turn the controller on, the bright white LEDs shine through really nicely and it leaves the bright red logo, which is a really nice touch. You'll also be pleased to hear that the transparent plastic used doesn't feel cheap and plasticky. It feels high quality and there is even an ever so slight texture to it. So the controller feels great in your hand whilst gaming, the analog sticks feel firm and smooth, the D-pad feels clicky and sharp, and all other buttons feel nice and responsive. Basically, if you've ever used or played with an Xbox controller before, then this is no different, as it follows the same shape, same design, same layout, same high quality build you'd expect. So I suppose the question is, do you actually like the Pulse Cipher controller, and do you like this red design? If not, then what other color controller would you like to see them release next? But if you do like it, don't forget this is a special edition, meaning that they probably won't be available forever. So if you do want to grab one, maybe you should get one whilst you can, and they're priced at about £70. We've also reviewed the Sky Cipher and the Ghost Cipher controllers, which you can check out on our channel. I'm also thinking of making a side-by-side comparison video looking at the differences of all three Cipher controllers, so make sure you're subscribed to be notified when that video is released. Thanks so much for watching, and we hope to see you here again soon.